Today we're gonna be checking out the most toxic woman ever. Is this bitch, y'all? She just does a lot of dumb shit.
Will you marry me?
Like, why she do this?
Mary Jane!
I already expressed my love for Spider-Man in my previous video, but what I didn't tell y'all is there's one character from the Spider-Verse that I absolutely despise, solely because of how much they put Peter Parker through. It's not any diabolical evildoers like Green Goblin, Carnage, or worst of all, The Wall, but possibly worse, Mary Jane Watson from the 2002 Spider-Man movie. You're probably wondering why? What did she do that could be so bad? Well, I'm gonna show you. I'm going to go through every toxic and manipulative thing she did to Peter Parker.
I told y'all, she's a W gaslighter. Or should I say L gaslighter? The reason why I was saying W gaslighter is because she was really good at gaslighting.
And not just him either, but all the men she was with. And by the end of this video, you'll finally understand why she's the most toxic woman ever. First, I'm gonna start it off with the original Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 1. You would expect this being the first movie for it to be a little more calm, but no, she's a bad person. So first thing we see from her is that she stops the bus for Peter. You know, very nice act, selfless act. And you realize she's dating the bully. And that pretty much negates any act of kindness she does for Peter or anybody else who gets bullied by him. And it's like, oh, maybe she doesn't know. No, she knows. He does it right in front of her and she doesn't care. You think a little, Flash, stop. It's gonna do anything? Then after Peter gets his powers, we find out she doesn't have the best of dad, so makes total sense now. And Peter, being the good guy that he is, you know, he just tries to chop it up with her to cheer her up a little. And it was working too. I mean, look at the face. You could tell she was falling in love.
I gotta go.
Or not. And eventually she breaks up with Flash on graduation day of too, which is yo, that's ruthless. That's like equivalent to telling your grandma she has cancer on her birthday. That's foul. But I can't lie, it's not the worst thing she's even done yet, because then she gets with Peter's best friend Harry. But him getting with MJ was probably the worst decision he made, because she does not care about him at all. So first thing she does is let Peter know that she's dating.
Why did she date him again? Why did she date him? Because of that money. It was for the money, wasn't it? You ain't got a lot to beat, MJ. I know. Shit. Get to the bag, bitch. Get to the bag.
First thing she does is let Peter know that she's dating his best friend. And then she tells Peter, we should go out for lunch sometime. Don't tell Harry. Okay. Kind of really sus, but it's not cheap.
That's when she was dating Harry? She was dating Harry when she kissed Spider-Man? Nah, they had to be on break or something. Hiatus? I don't remember the movie.
I don't think people realize how messed up this kiss is. Okay, so one, she doesn't know the dude. So she doesn't know it's Peter. So as a viewer, you shouldn't feel happy for Peter. She thinks she's kissing some other dude. Two, she's cheating on Harry. And three, she doesn't know the dude. Again,
and she tongue kissing Spider-Man. It's not Peter Parker right now. We don't know that's Peter Parker. She just tongue kissed Spider-Man. We don't know what he be doing. He might be licking ass for his powers or some shit. We don't know. He's Spider-Man.
Cheating on Harry. And three, she doesn't know the dude. Again, that's nasty. And this is all to say thank you because he saved her once? You're telling me the homeless dude I gave money to yesterday should be trying to make out with me just because I gave him $1? And the worst part about this is that right before this, she was still flirting with Peter. So it seemed like she was going to cheat regardless. Peter asked how her and Harry were doing. She said, why so interested? Like, and the most messed up part is there is not an ounce of remorse in her face. We don't get to see her reflecting on her actions. If anything, she's open about how much she loves Spider-Man. She was on the phone with Harry talking about,
he's just incredible. Like, so incredible. But anyways, I gotta go to bed.
Don't let the bed bugs.
Damn. Hey, at that point, you know that you lost your bitch. I would have broke her the next day. It's certain telltale signs you know a relationship to end that shit. And don't let a bitch decline my phone call. We're not talking ever again in life.
Harry did not catch a break. Next thing that happened is that he walked in on Peter pretty much risen up his girl. And again, I gotta backtrack. Mary Jane came talking to Peter, who she knows for sure at this point. If she doesn't know, she's just who she knows for sure likes her. She came to him to talk about how much she loves Spider-Man while still dating Harry. And look how happy she is to talk about this. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm glad Goblin kidnapped her because she deserved at least a little bit of bad karma for this. I don't even know how she survived this whole situation. Her forearm strength must be insane. Look at that catch. Look at it. And then by the end of the first movie, when her and Harry are broken up, she decides the best place for her to confess her feelings to Peter is at Harry's dad's funeral. Wow. Standing ovation. We're off to an amazing
and dating best friends. But you know what? That's not too far off of what I've seen in real life. Bitches do this all the time, and it's okay, I guess. I guess.
So at the end of the first movie, after Mary Jane confessed her feelings to Peter, he pretty much told her, I gotta do my own thing since I'm Spider-Man, but you don't know that, so I just gotta do my own thing. So the first time we see her is at Peter's birthday party with her, Harry, and Peter, which is like probably so awkward. I don't think I'd be able to do it. And Mary Jane starts this movie off hot. I cannot hold you. This is the most toxic she's ever been. So first thing she does is go up to Peter and try forcing him to confess that he loves her. She was busting out all the stops, the face touch, the eye contact, and she almost got him too. She had my boy Peter saying,
Oh boy, yeah.
MK Ultra levels of manipulation. But Peter held it down and didn't say a word. He didn't confess any feeling. And I know this got her tight. Look at her face. And right after, she does one of the most petty things I've ever seen in cinema history. She immediately walks away and says, by the way, I'm seeing somebody, and just sits there and waits for my boy Peter's reaction. Do you?
No. Is he exaggerating? I haven't seen this movie in a long time. There's no way that she was trying to get him to confess her feelings when she had a nigga the whole time. I didn't understand that. I didn't know that was what's going on. I would have boycotted the movie and been an anti-feminist. That's some bullshit, bro. I already signed my rights over. I'm a feminist for life. Go women.
She immediately walks away and says, by the way, I'm seeing somebody, and just sits there and waits for my boy Peter's reaction. Do you know how messed up that is? Like, let that happen to me. I might just
I woke up Chris Breezy.
So in this movie, Mary Jane's an actress, so, you know, she has plays and stuff, and she really wanted Peter to go to hers. But, you know, Spider-Man stuff comes up, and Peter wasn't able to make it. And MJ, well, she took this to the heart, because next time she sees Peter, you know what happens? She agrees to get married to the dude, just to get back at Peter. You know how messed up this is to Peter and to the guy she's with? He's just an innocent bystander who's...
That nigga deserves to get punched in his face. I don't know what it is about his face, but I definitely just want to give him a right hook. Like, why he looks so punchable?
You know how messed up this is to Peter and to the guy she's with? He's just an innocent bystander who's getting in the way. Like, she's just using the man. There's that scene where she tells him to lay a certain way so she could kiss him and pretend like she's kissing Spider-Man. Pretty much confirming that she's still thinking about Spider-Man and Peter while with this dude. Then later in the movie, she's telling Peter again, you love me. Just say it. You love me. And when Peter tells her no, she's like, kiss me. Go ahead, kiss me. Mind you, she's still engaged.
Is she? Oh my God, I did not realize all this. She's fucking engaged. She's about to get married to get some get back. Marriage is not about get back. They gotta sign divorce papers, and knowing her, she's a woman, she gonna get half of the nigga's shit. God damn it, bro.
She's telling Peter again, you love me. Just say it. You love me. And when Peter tells her no, she's like, kiss me. Go ahead, kiss me. Mind you, she's still engaged to the dude. The ring is literally right there. They show it in the shot. Then she gets kidnapped again. And after Peter comes to save her and he convinces Doc Ock that he's good again and all this stuff, the whole place starts collapsing on them. And Peter's holding it up by himself, the whole place. And she's under him. And she has the audacity to say, you do love me.
I would have dropped it on her ass. I would have killed her. I'm sorry. I'm letting y'all know. I would have did this. See a chump and carry my ass, bro.
And she's under him, and she has the audacity to say, you do love me. Get out the way! And at the end of the movie, after they do all this lovey-dovey, confess love stuff, she does one of the most messed up things I've seen in my life. So at this point, we know the guy she's married to, Jameson, she doesn't love him. We know that. She's in love with Peter. So a normal person would call off the wedding and just get with Peter. But Mary Jane, since she's an actress and she wants to be in this fantasy world where she gets to be dramatic as hell and all this stuff, she waits till the day of their wedding and then just runs away to Peter, probably leaving the dude with years and years, and I'm talking years of emotional damage. Like, that man is DTB for life. He ain't trusting no one. And by the end of this movie, she confesses to Peter again, and she pretty much says they'll be together no matter what. Him being Spider-Man, him being Peter Parker, it doesn't matter. They're gonna get through it all together. And if you watch the third movie, you know that's cap.
How many days did she have to cut off? How many days did she have to call off the wedding? This motherfucker chose the last day, the day of the wedding, to call it off. Nah, she's horrible. She's horrible, bro.
Cinematic standpoint and from the Mary Jane standpoint, this is probably the worst one. Still my favorite though. So at the beginning of this movie, Mary Jane's still an actress, but now she's like big, like Lizzo. fame-wise.
Wow.
And her and Peter are truly in love now. Like, nothing could go wrong. Peter was even ready to get engaged and everything. But then, you know, it's Mary Jane, so nothing could ever be normal in a relationship. She gets fired, which wasn't her fault, okay? That's normal. But normally people who get fired don't start to envy their partner, because that's exactly what Mary Jane does. She starts to get mad at Peter for being Spider-Man, when in the last movie, she literally just accepted that he was Spider-Man and there are things that come with being Spider-Man. So now she's jealous? But let me slow down. I'm not gonna act like Mary Jane is all bad, because Peter was tweaking in this movie. He really kissed Gwen Stacy in a crowd full of people, knowing his girlfriend is right there. Like, he just said bye to her a second ago and he still kissed her in front of everyone. And I thought he would apologize. I honestly did, but he just said, oh, that's just a girl from class. This man is the worst gaslighter on the planet. Mary Jane is still a L though, because when she was mad at Peter, she had the audacity to tell him that's our kiss, when she was doing the same thing in the last movie with her fiance.
Oh my gosh. Yo, I need people like this to break down movies for me, because all this stuff that he's saying, I did not catch. They're both horrible. This is a horrible, toxic relationship.
Mary Jane eventually actually forgives Peter, not being petty at all. She comes to him saying she wants to be there for him and she knows he made a mistake and she forgives him. And like I said, Peter was tweaking this movie. He literally hits her with a, okay, I don't need your help. And since Peter was being so rude to Mary Jane, she thought that the only way to get back at him was to go back to her old ways. So she cheats on him with Harry.
I woke up Chris Breezy.
I would say I didn't see this coming, but she cheats on someone in every single Spider-Man movie.
Mary Jane, you're not beating these allegations. You went back to the ex-best friend, ex-boyfriend. You're done. You're fucking done. I'm taking her out my bio.
I would say I didn't see this coming, but she cheats on someone in every single Spider-Man movie. She is literally 3 for 3. So then now Peter comes to apologize to her. This is so toxic. He starts saying he loves her and she's like, no, we can't be together. No, no, no.
There's someone else. I've fallen in love with someone else.
I woke up Chris.
And it turns out it was Harry who was behind it all, and he just wanted to demoralize Peter. But she did actually cheat though. That was real. So now to get back at MJ, yo, this back
horrible.
Never stops. Peter takes Gwen Stacy to the bar where MJ works and just starts.
Yo, Gwen is.
Just starts dancing with her. Definitely the most cringe sequence in the movie. Gwen Stacy honestly deserves so much better in every single movie. If it's not her back getting broken or her best friend dying, it's this. And I know I made that Chris Breezy joke a second ago, but Peter actually slaps her. Eventually, again, Mary Jane gets kidnapped. And again, she saves herself. I'm telling you all that forearm strength. And both of her exes team up to stop the villains. Harry dies though, so I guess she chose the right one. So the movie ends with Peter and MJ, I guess, forgiving each other or something. I don't know, it's pretty vague. They just kind of hold hands and smile at each other. And I could presume they lived happily ever after. As y'all can see though, the 2002 MJ is clearly the most toxic woman ever. But it's not just her, all Mary Janes are like this. There's a 1994 MJ. She was crazy. She literally jumped off a building so Peter could prove that he loved her. And then there was that one time she got sent to another dimension and she eventually came back, but it turned out that wasn't her. That was a water clone, which makes sense because the bitch wasn't crazy. The real MJ actually got remarried in the other dimension to a dude named Paul and forgot about Peter Parker. Then there's the new MJ, Zendaya, who I wasn't gonna mention at all, but as I was recording this video, the trailer for her new movie came.
That don't even count. That don't even count. Bro, that don't count. That don't count. You gotta separate actress from character, bro.